Hey guys, how are you? It's your favorite pontiff, your pontiff here. And today, guys, I just want to have a quick talk to you about COVID-19 and Rolex prices and watch prices, what's happening in Australia. Very interesting indeed. The Facebook forums, they continue to be an absolute waste of fucking time. Overpriced. Overpriced. I've got a few examples. One of the big flippers there has gone to a dealer I know quite well. He offered a 2016 or 15 Rolex Submariner ceramic. That's right. Submariner ceramic date. Okay, he offered it below retail. He offered it below retail to a dealer. And the dealer basically said, it's not cheap enough. Okay, so there you go. There you go. It's already what's happening is the dealers, the flippers are putting crazy money on the Facebook forums, but when they are desperate for cash, they go to the dealer and the dealer gives them a sense of reality. Another couple of examples of Facebook forum rip-offs. You got a guy who's selling a Rolex Daytona white dial APH, quite a valuable watch. It's got the blue lume. Gino, are you fucking dreaming? Gino, 37,500. A friend of mine, I do a bit of consultancy work. He was offered a similar piece a number of months ago. This is pre-corona. For under 30. So Gino, I don't know where the fuck you're getting these prices from, man. We got a pandemic. We got a pandemic on. You gotta face the market. You gotta face the market. Another example of a Facebook forum ripoff. They've listed a Vasher and Constantine overseas chronograph, the Generation 2 black dial, 22,000. And someone else has listed a white dial one for 21,000 Australian dollars. Boys, let me just tell you, a good friend of mine who had this particular model, a white dial one, when it comes to what did he pay, he got it from a dealer for 15,000, and this was in pre-corona times. So your price at 21 and 22, you are absolutely fucking dreaming. I gotta tell you, interesting today, Vintage Watch Co listed a 5270G. This is a super Grail piece. It was a 2012 white gold, Patek Philippe, perpetual calendar chronograph. Absolute. It was new old stock. It was still in the sealed sleeve. It had full set, box papers, everything. It had the display. It had the sapphire back, but also you had the interchangeable gold back. And it also had the stylus, the Patek stylus, untouched, never touched by human hands. It was on the Vintage Watch Co site for 159,000. I believe it's a consignment piece, which hey, a couple of bites. Couple of bites came out. I mean, look, this is a piece you never really see in the marketplace. The type of person who buys that, they kind of don't sell. So there's some very wealthy people who are hurting a bit. I believe, you know, that's just an example. There's a bit of leeway in that as well. The other interesting thing that's happening is some people are having the dreaded margin calls. I spoke to my broker, a friend of a friend who uses a broker, and worst case scenario, someone heavily invested in the tourism industry, Qantas, all those kind of Webjet, Flight Center, that sort of stock. He was worth $4 million, $4 million in shares. Massive margin loans, of course, on that. He's just had the margin call from the bank. $900,000. If he sells everything, he'll be short 300,000. So he's kind of a bit stuck. Okay, he is what you'd call fuck this, fuck die, and that's how capitalism works. For everybody to win, somebody has to lose. We can't just give ribbons out to everybody. I'm sorry. For there to be a winner, there needs to be a loser. And this is life. This is free enterprise capitalism at its best. Okay, what's happening in the paddock market there? I gotta be totally honest with you there. I was listed a few paddocks in the last week or so, and I sold a 52.96 to a guy in Melbourne. That sold for about $25,000. Then I was offered a swaps with another collector in Sydney, swapping my my 52.96 for a 6,006, and I had to chip in a couple thousand Aussie dollars, 3,000 Aussie dollars. So that there, yeah, hey man, yeah. So that's the deal I did. In hindsight, if I could have sold the 52.96 and not got the 6006, it would have left me, with a nice stash of cash. But hey, that wasn't to be. I had a customer who expressed interest in my 5196. They put a deposit, but they pulled out just as Australia closed off its airports. And I don't blame him. I said to him, man, I don't really blame you. I understand completely. Why that would happen. So yeah, I do get it. So that's that there. I had a low baller. This real slimy shit came to me, offered me low money, offered me 15 US for my 6006. I said, man, you are so far out of the ballpark, it ain't funny. I gotta be totally honest with you. I know I carry on, and I like to joke around with the audience. I've decided to just withdraw any of my watches from sale. I think it's the wrong time at the moment. I'm not desperate. I owe a little bit of money on the 5196. Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's coming down a lot. A couple thousand US dollars. Which, I decided, if the sale didn't happen, I was going to pay my guy out. I think it's stuff it. Just hold out. Hold out completely. So that's the view there. Once again, the Facebook forums, absolute rip-off. They're just an absolute rip-off. Gino's out of his mind. Gino, I don't know where you get your pricing from. You're out of your mind, man. Out of your mind. The dealers have some good deals. Just pick up the phone and talk. A lot of idiots coming in. One dealer told me, this guy came in and said, I want to buy a steel Daytona for 10,000. Man, that ain't fucking happening. The world may have got coronavirus, but you cannot get a steel Daytona for $10,000. Not with your pathetic Aussie peso, I'm afraid. So that ain't happening. It's interesting the play. Talking to a few dealers there, things are tough. Dealers are very cautious. They're accepting a lot more consignment stock, which I think consignment is a better way to do things, because you don't want to take the lowest possible price. You want to get the best price you can. Giving consignment means you are in the pound seat. I'd rather consign it in this very bad times. Rolex dealers, of course, look, all that's happening with the dealers is a bit more stock is coming through. The easier to get steel sports is the only thing that's making its way there. You're not going to see Pepsis. You're not going to see Hulks. You're not going to see Pandas. No, no, no. It's the easier pieces. You know, the Rhodium Dial, Yachtmaster, the Explorer 2, you know, that sort of stuff. So there is a bit of easing of stock. But it's, interestingly enough, I was in Sydney last week and I went to J. Farron Price. They had very little coverage. I showed them my 6006. And they didn't even have one in stock, and they didn't have a 5196. They had very, very limited stock. So a lot of people seem to have bought Pateks. They like the Pateks. So I think for me, man, I'm just going to hold back a bit, hold back and just see where the marketplace settles a bit. I think that's the best way. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't be afraid to send me market gossip. Hi guys, Archie Luxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for Archie Luxury AC3, the Pontiff Satan de Ville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with Archie Luxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let Dogs Be Dogs, available at bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, Archie Luxury, he's not just a figment of your imagination.